Panda! Hello, I'm Alex, also known as Mr. Panda, and this is my review of Octopath Traveler for the Nintendo Switch. Over the years, Square Enix has become synonymous with role-playing games. For many fans, the Super Nintendo era hit a sweet spot with classic RPGs like Final Fantasy, Secret of Mana, and Chrono Trigger. The company has continued to develop nostalgic throwbacks like Bravely Default and Lost Sphere, so it was no surprise when it initially unveiled Octopath Traveler during the first ever major Nintendo Switch presentation. Its brief reveal trailer was like nothing I'd seen before, yet it felt so familiar. After finally playing through this gem, I realized why. It evokes the classic era through modern takes on retro game design. Striking visuals that marry 2D and 3D, truly daring storytelling, and a deep, engaging battle system. The retro influence is most evident in the game's presentation. Octopath Traveler features 2D 16-bit sprites superimposed on a 3D background, resulting in a unique pop-up book visual style dubbed HD 2D. Gorgeous lighting and blur effects transform the colorful world into stunning set pieces. It's amazing that the designers essentially slapped retro assets onto a diorama and somehow created something so aesthetically pleasing. I'm just as amazed by the magnificent orchestral score, with both exciting battle themes as well as slower, thoughtful pieces that harken back to classic medieval and Celtic soundtracks. Additionally, the impressive English voice acting sells every character perfectly without feeling too forced.
Erhard, what is the meaning of this?
Octopath Traveler tells the story of 8 travelers on their separate journeys across a vast world. More accurately, the game portrays 8 distinct stories, each an isolated vignette starring one of the protagonists. Unlike other RPGs that feature one main hero and a merry band of sidekicks, Octopath Traveler puts equal weight on each person. Everyone has their own 4-chapter arc that shares their personal adventure from beginning to end. Although the travelers all eventually join up, they don't play a visible part in each other's stories, and don't even formally show up in one another's cutscenes. It's a risky form of storytelling. However, in place of a unified tale are 8 absolutely moving stories with genuinely endearing protagonists. I prefer character-driven plots, and Octopath Traveler effectively details everyone's plights to an even greater degree than in some other standard RPGs. The twists may be a bit predictable, but the deep, engrossing storylines led me to adore each party member. Every story dives into their inner struggles, with mature arcs highlighting ethical dilemmas, self-sacrifice, and scholarly debates. Needless to say, I fell in love with this strong cast. I only wish that there were more natural character interaction. The limited party banter skits, while enjoyable, only give a glimpse of their camaraderie. Although there are some unified sections, mainly buried under side quests, they're not as elegantly implemented as the individual anecdotes. Octopath Traveler handles its unorthodox structure with non-linear gameplay. At the beginning, you choose any of the 8 wayfarers as your starter character, who must stay in your party until you complete his or her storyline. Each of a character's 4 chapters has a similar structure: exposition, followed by a dungeon, culminating in a boss. After you complete your protagonist's initial episode, you are free to recruit any of the other 7 party members, explore the lands and optional dungeons, or even attempt their second chapter, likely a difficult feat. The game has an open world nature. You can proceed as you wish, and your only barriers are your level and skill in facing stronger enemies. That said, the map is designed to lead you across predetermined pathways to ensure balanced teams, which are needed not just for battles, but also in the overworld. Every character has special talents, such as the merchant's ability to purchase items from NPCs, or the thief's preferred method of stealing from them. I appreciated the NPC interaction, which played heavily into the game's numerous side quests. Encounters are random, which may disappoint some. I never minded getting into fights though, since that's where the gameplay truly shines. Battles are turn-based, and a handy display shows when each person or creature will perform their action, whether attacking, defending, or using an exclusive ability. For instance, the hunter can capture and summon creatures for a Pokemon-like feel. Some characters are easier to use than others, but I overall felt comfortable no matter who was in my 4-person party. 2 elements make fights stand out. First, you can exploit weaknesses by using specific weapons or magic, or rather, you must target enemy weaknesses to whittle their defenses. When hit enough times, an enemy will break, which allows you to skip their turn and strike for extra damage. Second, you can expend up to 3 boost points to power up, accompanied by excited yells and a glowing aura, Dragon Ball Z style. Consequently, you can perform multiple standard weapon attacks in succession, or quadruple the potency of your spells and special abilities. There's a risk-reward element. Whenever you use boosts, you won't gain any boost points the next turn. But if you time your buffs right, it's especially satisfying to destroy a broken enemy with a fully boosted attack. These deep mechanics kept every fight exhilarating, with the titanic bosses delivering pure strategic bliss. Character progression is just as enjoyably layered. The 8 travelers have defined roles, such as cleric or apothecary. Winning battles not only nets you experience and money, but also job points, which you can spend on battle skills, such as elemental magic or buffs. As you unlock them, you also earn passive skills that offer great bonuses. It becomes gratifyingly deep once you can set subclasses. Want a mage with strong axe attacks, or a warrior with healing powers? You are free to make the team your own, mixing and matching classes and skills to find what works. The clean, easily navigable menus streamline the process. This massive game may take anywhere between 50 to 70 hours just to finish everyone's stories, though there are also additional side quests, optional areas, and post-game content, which may be worth pursuing. Although the difficulty scales based on progress, I rarely needed to grind, unless I hadn't been using a character much. For those who shudder at lengthy games, the developers address this with the chapter system. Each chapter is about an hour or two, so you can efficiently chunk them in your spare time, which fits the portable nature of the Switch. Octopath Traveler lovingly embraces old-school RPG conventions while offering its own refreshingly modern take. Through placing sprites in 3D environments, incorporating a separate storyline for each party member, and spicing up battles with fist-pumping turn-based combat, Square Enix makes bold choices to reinvigorate the genre. Thankfully, many of them pay off, resulting in a game that has tugged at my heartstrings and fully engaged me to follow the paths of these 8 wayfaring travelers. I give Octopath Traveler a 9 out of 10. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed it and would like to support me, it would be so awesome if you liked the video and subscribe to my channel for more in-depth Nintendo reviews. Please be sure to share your thoughts on Octopath Traveler in the comments section below. This was Alex, aka Mr. Panda, and until next time, bye-bye.